relatives, we're going to talk about Chem, which is the fifth dimensional yin on fifth moon of the first quarter of the fifth moon. And this is called the playgrounds of light. Now, Chem is the universal pathway to God, and the messengers are the grandmother bear and the archangels, and this one called the mystery of mystery woman. It sounds pretty mystery packed. So this universal pathway of God. Now today, this one, Archangel Gabriel, comes in this way of the heart as a guardian of this green star and this light which comes to us. This light which comes to us, that is the source of all that is green in our lives. So this man, the sacred man, has this night decided to make things easier upon the people. And he has taken the burdens of our misconceptions and our fallacies and our breakings of sacred protocols and law concerning these symbols and these transmissions and these ways of bringing through the messages, that any ways in which we might not understand as little children of God, this one is now going to help us in this way so that the burden can be lighter for our walk. Now the grandpas and grandmas are here, and this symbol Chem is known as the pathway to God, the universal passageway to God. So this passageway is open here above us, and helpers have come. So these bubbles of light, which are our individual Merkaba, they are here and with us as well. So these helpers have come with this tunnel that is called the passageway to God, and they have come as gatekeepers to each one of us to prepare us, to initiate us, and to attune us, and to align us for this journey. And so patience and love and innocence are the pathways to God. Mitakuye Oyasi. Now, the archangels. Now the pathways to God is across 7 thunderbolts, that this lightning is a single path, not forked nor broken. And it is a rainbow path, in that the colors attune your inner stars as you walk. And so you must stand before the law and the law keepers, and to pass before the thrones and the paradises of God. These archangel nations, they come and they come with greater spectrum and hue than we are yet made responsible. That our key in these 7s, to learn them, to become them. So the archangel nation is as vast as the stars, with frequencies are high and low as we may see them. And this nation is here with us now, bids us peace and patience. For a glimpse of God is a power stronger than even the atom bomb, and stronger yet even than the mantras of the ancient Om. And so understand that preparations may be made with the heart in alignment with all facets of self, to even bring the short visitation. So it's through these 3 qualities that may be known as prayerfulness, faith, and innocence, that are the quick passageway to God. For in prayer is the feeling of the thunder, in faith and is the knowing of its law, and in the innocence is the embracing of all the power of the universe. Now halfway on this journey, climbing this stair or this snake, if you will, come to a great crystal facet where all the light converges. For indeed there is a great mediator, and this is known as the heart of Christ, and this vehicle is known as the one Emmanuel, aka Jesus Christ.
So be it.
About him indeed. So on the left and to the right are these who have achieved and became a facet of this body of God. To understand, you must approach the teachings of the bear. Approach the teachings of the bear. understand, you must approach through the teachings of the bear to prepare. You must approach across 7 lightning bolts as transitions of the body and heart to pure thought, pure spirit, and to comest thou to then this great fountain, the great crystal, the great diamond of love, which then you are transfigured into the higher form. And thus may travel in the etheric, in the spiritual, to continue your journey unto this paradise of God. So knowest that this paradise of God, knowest that this great crystal in the center of all universes that touches here is the same flame and the same form that is and will be within your heart. So to the throne of the great river, this ocean of life, swimming through the great fountains of light, comes thou unto the ultimate gated test before the cherubim, before the seraphim and the solar systems council of 24. So comest thou unto the golden, the guardians of the age, that before the cherubim you are tested in your innocence, before the seraphim you are tested in your sincerity, before us they open unto thou these gates of heaven. Mitakuye oyasi. Now mystery of mystery woman. Now this great woman is here. She is here and has brought her presence like a great darkness that is darker, deeper, and even more beyond than anything that is. When her gates are opened, such is your entire life lost at once, wondering where you were, looking for a light and finding none in time, looking for a helper and touching none, in peace finding the rhythm of your own heart. So suddenly a new awareness, a new awakening of the eye, a new perception of the greater world around. Indeed, these beings whose heart, mind, and body are the planets and stars now become now aware to thee and see a much greater life unfolding. Now through the second death, each one must pass without light, without guide, alone in great death. Should you seek the face of God, should you seek the face of God, then know you must pass the test of self. Integrity will be your helper. Within the woman of mystery, you will understand that life is oneness, is nothingness, is everything, and in the bosom of the manifest mother, you shall receive your ultimate fulfillment as an ocean that is navigated by heart alone. Comest thou to a gentle shore therein, a sparkling sand of different type and hue, and understand it is the great island of paradise, and it is the Creator at the hand of this mystery of mysterious woman that beckons the soul to reach maturity and to seek the hand and the heart, the face of God. Mitakuye oyasi. So this is a 5th dimension yin called the playgrounds of light. Hamitakyapi. We're going to talk about the 5th dimension yang, which is the second quarter, last quarter of the 5th moon, and it's called Ta. It's a spiritual way of silence. Chanupa, galactic silence. The first father are the messengers for this citadels of the masters. Okay, so at this time, Ta says, now this man has come with these great golden wings, and with him 2 brothers, one on the left and one on the right. This one, Kawichasha, Gabriel, the sacred tree man, he comes bearing a very big burden on his shoulders. And he says that he's showing to you what it is truly to carry the weight of these laws to this earth. and that he has taken the responsibility of this weight. And he appreciates the offerings that everyone has made to help with this. But now it is not reasonable, he says, for the peoples to carry this weight, and so he has volunteered himself to carry this weight upon his wings. Now, these 4 stars that have shot through the floor, they have moved into the center of the mother. And he says they are bringing a healing there. And this is how the stars, they fall from the sky. Now this one to the right, is this one Tha, this Ibit man, Toad. This one is the left, to the left is one Tha, a man of a mystery within things that has to do with space and silence. And this one, Gabriel, and these and many have opened the space, and there are many gathered here in spirit, in the physical, to bring a blessing to the nations. And at this time, the energy of this symbol and this sacred word have gone out upon the waves of silence, as this is known as the spiritual path of the great silence. And so this one, Gabriel, with the 2 brothers, invite these messages to come, as he promises the visitations of Cha, Nupa, Wichasha, the silence of the galaxies, and Kanati, and these relatives, they are coming, and that the Spirit is with you and your words. Now, Chanupa, Wichasha, this tree from the west has come and sent a man. He says, I have legs now. My spirit has been healed so that I can travel, and this way of the tree is dear to my heart, because I am an anchor of the 7 that hold the sacredness to this plane. Now, these pipes that are among you and among the people, you must learn the old ways, the present ways, and the future ways concerning these. You must learn it within you, and you must learn it through tests with those that have gone before you. Now this one, Da, he is a knowing one, and he understands the way within things, and because within things he is, it is as if he opened. He is in a library, and he's very much in a library. And when he opens a book, a doorway is opened there as well. And it has been said from within, everything is assessed. And says if he wants, he could open the whole library at once. And the Creator could speak a word through the divine lips of the Mother, and everything would be renewed. It is a choice, he says, of the cherubim and of those that help them. The seraphs, that one book at a time, page at a time, letter at a time, a jot, a tittle at a time, and this purification is happening. He says now the library is half purified. And so this one, Chanupa, is the doorway in this inner place. And that this must be approached properly, he says, because the sacred tree nations have shed their blood in order to allow the human beings to live. So for this reason, the human beings must honor the tree, the stone, they must honor the plants, the fire, they must honor the smoke. And when this is done, another page is turned in one of these books in this library that's within things. Another letter is cleaned up, another little blotch is cleansed, so that as you progress through your prayer ways, there's a gentleness to it, and this gentleness, the whole world changes. So when you pray with that pipe, the Chanupa, there is a change within things, and there is a change in things. And so remember, great respect, Ohoda. And listen to the brothers and sisters, to the grandpas and the grandmas. They know. Because there is a reason why they are saying what they are saying. Even if one ear you have to listen to one, and with the other to listen to the other, allow the brain to create a new pathway to allow a unity within. Mitakuye Oyasi. Now the galactic silence. Now there is a silence that pervades the galactic, and this is the blank table that 13 sounds emerge like a pool of water with 13 drops in symmetry sending out. And these waves, as they move, converge in new patterns, greater, subtle, and stronger. And that this is what your universe is. It is a convergence of many of these waves. For how many waves there are when 12 pillars surround one? This is the reality of this universe. And planets and stars and gods. Now, there is a sound, which is your sound, which has been your sound of first thought. Go in and find it, release it, sing it. So there is the sound that brings your vibro cord, which you call your memory. And it takes that sound of your first heart thought, that is God, to bring about the purpose you seek. Mitakuye Oyasi. Now, the first father, Ate Tukaya Kanati, he stands here with these three, and he's handing us an apple, a big red apple, very beautiful apple from the tree of knowledge. He says, the tree isn't the way that it used to be, that it has been pruned and cleaned, and that in this universe, this tree is bringing that cleansing, because this tree is the center point and everything else is its leaves and branches. Now the way he sees things, he says, there is a wave coming, and it's halfway down the branches to where it moves to the many branching out. And that earth is one of these leaves at the tip of the tree, that this light is the great boundary that has been spoken of. And it's the one that makes the 13th plane of existence. Now this one, Kanati, is happy because it's miraculous to him that we made it. Because it was prophesied that 7 will be our existence. And then came men and women, and that through special grace of God made 7 into 13. And this 13th, the grandmother has been holding the mastery, and now she's going to give herself so that we can join her. And so this one, first father, he says, remember, when grace is given to you, there comes also responsibility. Let not curiosity rob your grace. For too long you've been tilling and crying. Accept grace, and from the center point of who you are, invite in this light of the great time that is coming. And then when it gets there, it won't be like a great explosion. It will be more like sounding of a string of the guitar. Mitakuye Oyasi. This is the 5th dimension Yang, citadels of the masters.